Deuterium is a good source. You use it for all your plans. Fair enough. Right, well, let's get some power in here. Oh, well, first let's get some deuterium in here. Use one of the faster ones for that. Use a bit slower one for this one. Well, at least we had a decent stockpile in there. And that should... yeah, it does alleviate a little bit of the problem there. I suppose I could probably just put in another 2 thermal power plants. Hopefully the distances are small enough to use the fuel. Yeah, I just currently don't have enough production to keep or make enough fuel cells, and most of the fuel cells, well, actually pretty much all of the fuel cells are either used for the fusion power that I have 2 plants near the South Pole, or for the rockets themselves. And currently the rockets are kind of the primary, or like the primary focus, assuming that we can keep the power. I mean, the power is a problem, admittedly, but I need to keep some of the stuff going. The more we get the sphere done, see that there's a lot of it over there, but yeah, the more that we get the sphere done, the more power we actually generate from the Dyson sphere. So yeah, that's kind of the... actually, can I... no, I cannot rename the sphere. At least I presume so. No, Dyson spheres of cars. I mean, I suppose... I wonder if there's a way to rename the system. Doesn't look like there is. Have to get out of the sphere. Right, so the power, right, yeah. There's currently, well, I mean, there is a little bit of power coming in. I mean, I do have the radio receivers, both poles, so I'm at least making some power that way. It's just the production currently is just not quite that big compared to the consumption to actually working on the sphere. But I'm sure that eventually that will start flipping over to the other way around, and we can keep it, pretty much everything going indefinitely. But right now it's just the kind of the dry period. Right, well, let's have a look. How much do we still have? Okay, we got a decent chunk over there. This seems to be running out of fuel though. Okay, so I suppose if we were to upgrade these, maybe keep this going. It's producing 6.9 gigawatts. Nice. That is quite an impressive amount. Actually, I think I can probably just get rid of one of those. There's an empty. I'll keep the second one there just in case, if this ever starts filling up again. Not entirely sure. Okay, that is going down rather quickly, so this is not a permanent solution for this. It is a temporary solution. Hopefully it will keep things going slightly better, at least until we get more of the sphere done. Right, so how's the situation with the science production? There's at least one of these working. Probably not for long though. Do we have any of the quantum chips underway is the question. Be on this belt right here. Seems quite empty. Do we at least have some filters in? We do have some filters on the way. That's good. At least in theory there should be. I'm not entirely sure. 35 is the max that one of my things can carry right now, and it's probably just currently heading in there. So it's saying that I'm going to be picking 35, but in reality it's going to be maybe 7, maybe... Okay, it's 7. Well, that means that there's actually going to be at least 1 or 2 more rockets. Speaking of which, another rocket heading out right now. Actually wonder how much... Okay, yeah, this does take a fair bit of power. Now we are missing the fuel rods. At least we should be getting some of them as well. I actually wonder if I want to start mass producing solar panels. Yeah, the copper. I'm just thinking about the other planets, because I do have a decent bit of planets in there. I got a decent bit of silicon production there, and I do have a bit of steel in there. So I suppose I could go in there and start producing, not necessarily mass producing, but I could have like a bit of a chest there that would be producing some. Probably need to get a lot more belts before I go in there though. Then maybe get some... You know what? We can pick up iron in there. Do we have any... Actually at this stage I think our suit has enough power that we don't necessarily need to worry about too much. Not entirely sure which way the planet is. One... Oh, there you are. Speed up a little bit. Conserve some power. I'm not going to go beyond 1,000 meters per second. Yes, we can kind of see the here in there. I mean, well, some of the structural elements there, because they are kind of camouflaged by the solar swarm. Halfway there. I'm just thinking if I get the solar panel production up in here, I can set up a decent bit of solar panels in here, although not that they'll be particularly good. I can then get rid of the... I got some hydrogen power plants in here, which to be fair, I'm probably not using all that much. Fusion rate 80%, okay, so that's not particularly good. But yeah, I can probably get rid of these soon, because I got plenty of solar panels in here. Not to mention, right now they've got a lot of belts. I need to figure out where to produce the stuff, and it's probably best to do over that way, because that's where the silicon is. Oh, well, I suppose we can actually just grab it from here, can't we? Alright, do we have assembly machine? Yes, we do. We're gonna have to get multiple ones, actually. But this is gonna be the one that produces the solar panels cells. Get a... Ooh, we're gonna have to get a bit more Tesla tower. Also, let's grab some of that. Then let's actually go ahead and get the... Probably use some belts. A lot of belts to be fair, but get the copper from here. Not entirely sure if 1200 is going to be enough or not. Get a little bit. Get the drones working. We'll probably go around the lake there. Wouldn't really say lake, but a bit of water in there. Oh wait, am I taking the... I'm taking the wrong stuff, aren't I? I am. Yeah, before we go any further... Actually get rid of all of that. I'll need to place some of them back again, but... wouldn't be too bad. Right, let's try this again, shall we? A belt from this side. I suppose I could even set up another smelter if I had the resources. Although there's not going to be a massive amount of copper in here. I'm going to keep in mind, but I can probably put in at least one more smeltery. Go. And get these in here. Now both of those are working. Now let's just get the belt in. Right, so to produce the stuff, we need to get some raw copper and then the circuit boards, and that requires some iron and copper. Okay. I think I have a plan for this. Well, I suppose it wants to go down this way, so we'll go down this way first. Are we actually getting any research done right now? Probably not much, because we are lacking the hunting chips to actually do the research. Well, I thought it could be worse. This stage, what I'm probably gonna do, first let's just get this done. Although, can I reach? I can, okay. Use this as a remote storage. I'm not going to get any more hydrogen in here. Not for the time being, anyway. It's going to allow us to have a bit of extra hydrogen for various productions, which hopefully helps. Let's get closer over here, and did we get any of the assembly machines? We're going to need to have at least one extra. Right, so let's think about this. I can probably just feed directly in there. Separate from there. Feed down that way, that's actually a bit long. If I can get it closer. Right, so that goes in there. Get the... I can place it right there. Everything should be within reach. Now then, suppose I could have it over here. If I want to expand, well, on the other hand, I don't think I need to expand. Because there's not going to be that much copper in here to do a massive production. But we can do at least a bit of production here, so we can use that there. We can have a water down that way. Down this way. To build some more sorters, actually. So that's taking those. We just need to drag this over the line here. Should be relatively simple, one might think. Oh, right, it's needed in both of these, isn't it? Go through there. Oh, right, the copper is... Okay, now it's heading in here. There we go. So that should technically work. We can get a lot of solar panels in here. Well, some solar panels anyway. We'll probably limit this to like 10 slots or something like that. Because that's going to be more than enough for the current needs. Oh, right, we probably need the silicon as well. Whoops. Speaking of silicon, how much do we have in here? It's pretty much full. No worries there. Oh, there we go. Let's make sure that we recharge. I mean, we still got plenty of fuel, technically speaking, in there. Well, actually... Could make hydrogen fuel rods in here. Made it simpler. Actually, not a bad idea. Right then, let's get assembly machine. Right, so let's say we build one down here. Storage down here. We'll be producing the rods. Because we do have a fair bit of hydrogen in here, probably not going to be used much otherwise. There's a solar panel. Well, no, actually they are taking some every now and then. See, that one probably needs to be upgraded. Limit this to 10 as well, but that's going to be at least a way for us to return home whenever we visit here. A guaranteed way to return home, that is. Take some of that. Then let's fly down here. Along the solar ring. Now, of course, on this planet, the solar power production isn't massively good. But it's still a decent way to get electricity in... As soon as we, or assuming that we use these in large enough numbers, which I reckon we are. Of course, we haven't gone around the planet quite yet. There we go. If we actually have a look. Gone about 170? Maybe? 170 degrees, that is. So pretty much there's at least a guarantee of power. Now that we're producing more, we can probably complete the circle soon enough. Let's have a look at the fuel rods then. How good were they for power? I forget. It's 40 megajoules each. Not too bad. Checking what a key is doing for what, but because that is a 1 gigajoule. Not too bad. What many do we have? Okay, we've got another 16. Let's quickly go and place those. In the meanwhile, we haven't done any research right now, but oh, right, there's titanium right there, and stone right next to that. It's not a bit of a long trip to get on this, or to the end of the line so far. Oh, and we run out. Okay, now it's probably quicker to go around this way. Although, not by much. By the looks of it. Probably not at all. But at least we now know how long of a trip we still have ahead of us. Another 20 of those. Oh, there's down up to 30. That's good to know. I haven't had this many fuel rods before, so learning some new stuff. Right. So everything over here seems to be more or less in order now. I'll let that produce what it's producing. And do we have... probably grab some of the iron in there. I'm assuming, yes, there's still plenty of titanium and plenty of silicon in here. And hydrogen, well, it's going to get used eventually, but that will take some time. Right, I think it's time for us to return to our primary planet. Where? I want to get outside of the... Right, so it's down that way. Going to be flying right through the... well, not quite right through, but very close to the swarm. Oh wait, no, we aren't. We're actually on the correct side. We don't do safe landings down here. Right, is this is the South Pole? Right. We can check how's the fuel rod production doing here. At least the power supply has improved. Yeah, we got 55.3 megawatts from the belt so far. That seems like it's completed. Indeed it is, okay. There's at least one small bit that is actually completed. Plenty more to do, but ooh, swarm has dwindled quite a bit actually. Oh well. We'll get it working eventually. Right, so for the production, is it, no, we got plenty of that. Got plenty of deuterium. I think we got enough alloys as well. So the question is, can we improve on this? I think the answer is yes. There's a bit of shenanigans first, but... Right, so we don't have to have you go in there at all, do we? First things first, let's get rid of that one. Probably get rid of that one as well, and that one. I want these to connect down here. Connect to that one. There we go, and so now we got the alloys going in there. We can get rid of this entire belt. I'm not entirely sure. No, I don't think we need that one at all, because we got storage over there. Right, so we can go through there. Link up there. Let's take this one. Now, it might be a good idea to link this already. We're gonna have to get another one of these, aren't we? Or a few of those. Then the deuterium. Oh, right, we've been using that there. I mean, that makes sense. I'm gonna get rid of that one. Add the belts on this side. A bit easier for us to control.